I could have saved 70% of my campaign budget by only having that bottom video. And it's, look at that, $2 per lead. So per Facebook lead. Hey everyone, my name is Devin Wayne. I don't normally show my face on this channel. It's mostly about data, analytics, research, and kind of how to get things done. A lot of people don't know how to do research, so that's kind of what I pride myself on. This video, specifically right here, is about Cris Chico's online virtual wholesaling course that I purchased. It's supposed to be $1,000. I got it on deal when the coronavirus first hit for $500. I think a lot of other people did as well, because it's about a group of 1,500 people on the Facebook page right now. But this is my experience, spending $1,500 in the past 30 days, and what are my results? That's what this video goes down about. Let me go ahead and give you the basic results. So, past 2 years, I've been learning virtual wholesaling. With my e-commerce business, I just brought in like $20,000 to $30,000 for the past 2 years each year, so not too much extra money as a side hustle. And at the beginning of this year, kind of tail end of last year, I just wasn't making as much as I wanted to, and my passion wasn't there because I kept doing research on wholesale and real estate, and like why am I still doing research over here? Why am I still running this e-commerce business when my goals, having international vacation rentals, Airbnbs at a kind of exotic destinations, maybe like a travel YouTube channel in the future, stuff like that, is not attainable with e-commerce. I mean, possible, but I would much rather know how to acquire cheap property if I want to own property in the future and do that kind of lifestyle. I need to know more about wholesale. So I've been learning for 2 years, and the past 30 days, ever since the coronavirus hit, is when I really kind of decided to buckle down and learn more, take more action day by day, hour by hour. I keep notes, I keep tallies, and if I'm supposed to do something tomorrow and I don't do it, I put arrows towards it, I put asterisks towards it, I make it bigger, bolder, and a Sharpie and say like, what's your problem? Why didn't you do that yesterday? And I put it in big, bold Sharpie when I come look at my desk the next day and say, look, you're gonna do it today because you forgot to do it yesterday or the day before, so get this thing done now. Usually like calling leads and stuff. So basically, past 30 days, I've been doing an extreme amount of action taking. I've since getting his course too. So I've spent about $1,500 in Facebook ads so far with his course. He says acquisition cost for a final deal takes about $1,500. So I'm partially disappointed that I don't have a deal yet, but I mean, a lot of that obviously falls on my shoulders, not Chris's shoulders. That has to do with me. 50% of my leads when I first started, I was texting, I was not following up properly. Come to find out that a lot of these phone numbers from older people, they're not on cell phones, they're on landlines. Call. If in the first 15 minutes, text them. First 15 minutes to get the lead, text them. If they don't respond in 5 minutes, call them. First half an hour, you should be making your phone call. And it could be just a basic introduction. Hey, is right now a good time to chat? Can I give you a call back later? When's a good time to chat? Then ask some basic introductory questions, get the 411, see where their mind's at, and then call them back later. Not wham bam, thank you ma'am, all in one conversation. No. Get the basic information as soon as possible so you kind of build that little fundamental rapport at first. That's where I wasn't really doing that the first 3 weeks. This past week, I've been hustling hardcore, making phone calls, 30 minutes, hour and a half long phone calls, getting as much detail, building as much rapport as possible. Oh, you want to move to Oklahoma? Okay, cool. So you're probably looking for just a down payment for Oklahoma? I mean, those houses are pretty cheap out there. You probably want to just buy the house outright out there, right? How much are you looking for your Oklahoma move? Oh, okay. And then eventually you get so much financial information out of them that when you say like, so, I mean, what do you think the property will go for, full retail value currently? Boom, they just give it to you because you built that rapport. And it's not some cold call where they're like, who the hell are you? So make your calls. Call. Something definitely that I learned that I've lost leads. Or I call back now the past week and they're like, oh, a month ago? I don't remember filling out any form on Facebook a month ago. I overcame that objection last night, luckily, on a property in Oregon where he has 5 lots. So that's potential right there, calling back. But that would have been a potential deal a month ago. I could have been closing on that deal if I would have just called him much faster and waited until I got an answer, yes or no, before disqualifying him or before ignoring the lead. So too many leads can kind of mess with you. Right now I have 45 documented leads, messages, image leads, video leads. Most of my leads now are coming from videos. I think Chris might have some courses on videos, not too much. So this video you're about to watch is actually mostly about videos and how videos have helped me drop my cost by 50%, 70%. I'm getting $5 leads. There's one thing at the very beginning that you saw at the intro of this, $2 lead. I got a $2 lead from a video in California. Isn't that crazy? All right, so I'm going to show you what works in this video, what doesn't work, what I feel like I just wasted money on. And this video is going to be for beginners, entry level, your first 30, 60, 90 days. Maybe you haven't gotten your deal yet. I spent $1,500 so far, so if you want to learn from my mistakes, if you want to optimize better than what I've done, watch this video. Trust me, watch this video, because you're going to learn things about dynamic that Chris teaches these things too, but I'm teaching you from the perspective of the new guy who's looking at it, who just sees $1,500 less in his bank account from his savings during the coronavirus. And I'm just sitting here like, I don't got a lead yet. I've been doing my research for 2 years. Past 30 days, I've worked. Past week, I've been hustling really hard, 12 hours a day or more, and I don't have a deal yet. So it's kind of my perspective from somebody who's newer, somebody who's more experienced. You might get value from this. You might not, but really it's about breaking down what I've done and what I want to do better. So yeah, that's about it. If you want to know more information, I might be posting my face a little bit more often in some videos, kind of giving you the 411 on what my goals are, how I'm going to achieve those goals, and what's working, what's not working for me currently. Yeah, so there's some videos down below also that I use in this upcoming, I wouldn't want to say tutorial, I would say basically review of Cris Chico's course. Feel free to check out those videos that I use for my advertisements down below. Yeah, if you got any questions, feel free to drop a comment down below. Give the video a like if you get anything useful out of this video, and hopefully I can bring you some insight into when you purchase a guru's course. It's not about that guru making you money. It's about you making money for yourself and you putting in the work. You need to put in the work from day one. Not after 30 days, not after 3 weeks like I did. Day one, you need to be texting them immediately. If you don't answer, you call them immediately. You get a yes or a no, you get the basic fundamental, the 411 from that first phone conversation. If they're not available, great. Well, when's a great time to chat? Can I call you back later today? Oh, tomorrow's better? Okay. Is it better in the afternoon, or should I call you after work? That's a good like pre-qualifying question to ask. Oh no, I don't work, I'm retired. Perfect. Now I know that. So it's good to give those phone calls, because people answering paragraph texts and 100 questions, it gets old pretty quick, unless you've done it 1,000 times. It's better to make those phone calls and build that rapport. So, all right, enough of me talking, like 7 minutes now. I just wanted to give you a basic introduction on my perspective going into this data. It's from a beginner's perspective. It's my first 30 days grinding, so hope you enjoy the video. All right, peace. Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. This one is going to be about Facebook advertising, spending, let's see, March 8th to then $1,500 in ads so far on Facebook ads. So what I've selected are all the ads where I've actually gotten an on Facebook lead. Keep in mind, this is not accounting for optimizing for messages. Then they fill out a back and forth robotic conversation with Facebook to get a lead that way. So those are not in this kind of statistics. So in the ad set area, you can see that I'm targeting California. Some I'm targeting San Diego, the Tri-County, San Diego, Riverside, Imperial County. You'll be able to see how much each lead is costing when you're doing Tri-County, when you're trying to focus down. Oh my goodness, does it cost way, way more? Absolutely. The costs go way through the roof, and sometimes you spend $43 and you don't even get a single lead when you're targeting something like loan related in the Tri-County area for something as expensive as San Diego, Southern California. So if we go one more tab over, I basically selected the only ones where I actually have a result, and these are the results. So we sort by actual leads obtained, and this is what we get. So I have a video where it flies from a drone and it says you need to sell quickly. Does your house look like this? You've probably seen the video. If not, feel free to check out my Facebook fan page or if this is on YouTube, you can feel free to check out my other YouTube link in the description, and you'll be able to see all of those videos. The Facebook fan page has all the videos that are obviously used for Facebook, so I would recommend checking out the Facebook fan page, link in the description. Alrighty, so with that being said, I first did Cris Chico's course, and these are the images I was using. I was getting $36, $37 per lead. Keep in mind this was San Diego Riverside Imperial, and that's just for no interests. So this could be a renter, this could be somebody who's just curious. It's not really a high sense of urgency lead that I've noticed. Not discounting them, it is very possible for them to be motivated, but it's less likely for sure. So having an expensive no interest lead is like, ooh, wow. But if you notice, when I switched from these, I mean, it's not apples for apples though, because this is Tri-County and this is California. But you notice my actual cost per lead dropped down to $11. My goodness. When it was first starting, and I think it was the first 3 or 4 leads, it was like $5 a lead. It was so cheap. That was on Sunday, so I think maybe people were binge watching in morning on Sunday, and I just had an explosion of leads Sunday morning with video at least. So that's something to note with video. So with these photos, here's Oregon. Still pretty expensive for Oregon, to be honest. It's all of Oregon too. $25. Let me just double check that. I think I did target coastal counties. So let me double check if that is correct. I'm not in the right area there. I think we're right here. So right here. Nope, that's not it. Let me go back so I don't mess up my data over here. Oh no, here 1 sec, let me get it back. By the way, if you want to do this by yourself and you select all of your lead campaigns over here, it's kind of hard to organize it. The best way to do it is by results. So you sort by results right there, and then you simply go through and keep checking all of your ad sets by results over here. All right, so now we have it back. Okay, so we talked about photo and video and their differences. Let's sort by results up there. So results do matter, of course, but what really matters is cost per result. So look at that. Oh my God, $93. I let this go so long because I was just desperate to see, like, am I ever gonna get a freaking lead from this? $93 later, I finally got a lead. 18 plus, I don't want to open this and let's see, maybe I can highlight them all right here. Open it up and hopefully it doesn't mess up like it did last time there. So Devin buys houses. Yeah, it's not necessarily organized. I think it was the 18 plus. 18 plus, 18 plus. Huh. Yeah, unfortunately I can't find it directly here to see what that 18 plus is. I mean, I'm selecting it right now. Yeah, it's not helping there. So anywho, yeah, that was crazy expensive. And then you can see all of my most expensive leads from where? From Tri-County, the most expensive, some of the most expensive areas in Southern California, Los Angeles, San Diego. So this is just San Diego, Riverside, Imperial. So San Diego, northeast of San Diego, and east of San Diego. Very, very expensive. I got, 5 leads, but $36 per lead. Now, what's on the opposite? What's the cheapest lead? Also, keep in mind, this is Tri-County, but it's all images. So all images. And I noticed that it's cheaper to go with all of California. Maybe a test I can do is I know it's expensive, so I kind of don't want to do it, is Tri-County and then match that with videos and see if maybe Tri-County videos would be a little bit better. I think I did test it once or twice. No, just all photos there. All right, so the cheapest so far, if you want really cheap leads, I got some really good leads from this too. Is so California, Zillow, Trulia, Homes.com. I was able to get 2 leads from a vertical video. So could open that, but let me go. I'll be right back. All right, so this is the video area. This is the vertical view that I'm talking about. You want to sell quickly, but your property looks like this. So this it takes up your entire phone. Let me. Oh, I can't show you on my screen here, but it takes up the whole phone, and the only thing you could see is the first line of the description, and then more information. And if you scroll down, the only thing you could see is from the top line is the video, and then learn more, the lead generation button. So basically, this video takes up, um, if you have this as the top line, it takes up everything besides learn more, where it points to. And if this is the bottom of your phone, then on the top it just says the first sentence and learn more. So people can't see what's above it. People can't see what's below it. They only see this video. Guess what? It's the cheapest cost per result. You know why? Because they're kind of trapped on the video. They don't have ADD clickbait where they see that next video like, oh, something about Trump, oh, something about coronavirus, and they're not going to click and go down below because they can't see anything else. It's just this video. So it takes up really valuable real estate on their phone. That's what my theory on this vertical video is, and so far that theory is panning out pretty well. We also have, looks like all of these are, I haven't tested the top line vertical yet too much. Or actually, I can see that. If I do a breakdown, I could show you real quick. This is that breakdown? By dynamic. So the one that was actually successful was not that tall vertical one, it was the top line. So this is the top line. So I basically had the text on the top line, and that was pulling really well. The vertical video view has not actually gotten very many leads yet, but that top line text was doing pretty well. We'll come back to this in a minute here. All right, so with that being said, the cheapest so far, what are the cheapest? It looks like ad set for B ad, $15 daily budget. $10 per lead. I'm assuming this is all of California or all of Oregon, and that's the only, oh, these two are the only cheap photo. That's really cheap right there. This is probably Oregon. That looks like Oregon because I don't have a little bandit sign, yellow bandit sign on there yet for those. I think that I was just copying, yeah, this is when I first started, and I was just copying Cris Chico's template, and I started in a cheap place, Oregon, maybe Arizona too, but I'm pretty sure it's probably just Oregon. So you're going to get a cheaper lead, and he basically said this is exactly what you should do if you're going to do ads right now. And then when I got his course, he actually had more dynamics built into that, but that one that he gave for free on his YouTube channel actually worked pretty well. That was the cheapest leads I got after spending $1,500, so I kind of just should have stayed with that. Instead of dynamic. But dynamic does have its plus sides. So we have videos here, go down, and once it starts to get expensive is when I start to have ads, and I start to focus on my tri-county. God forbid I ever focus on just San Diego. Those leads would probably go through the roof for cost and expense. So if you're looking to spend less money per lead and just get your first deal, target all of California. Also, cheapest result, let's kind of analyze each column too. I know it's been about 10 minutes or so far, but I think this is going to be pretty valuable for you to not waste $1,500 like I did. I haven't necessarily wasted it. Let me go ahead and open up my leads. All right, so I've blocked out all the important information there, just in case somebody wants to try to take a lead or call back a lead. So this is how I kind of organize it, just to give you a heads up of how many there are. I think there's a couple I still need to put in here, but it's around 45 solid leads where I found their address. They were a verified owner. They're not always the verified owner. I called and I made sure they were the verified owner. And it's about 45 leads. So 1,500 divided by 45 is about $33 per lead. I'm getting those $5, $10, $15 leads now. So this is going to start to drop down closer to 15, I'm hoping. But yeah, so I basically mark them as yellow with red font.
when they basically just they don't want to sell. So this was a commercial address, basically fake. Um, this person was like drunk and he was looking for a loan or something. It's like, okay, whatever. Crossed him out as a lead. There was this one guy I was doing some Spanish ads before, and his name is Filiberto, and I called in English, and he's like, "What? No, no, wrong number." And then I called back 2 days later on a different phone, and I said, "Hola, Filiberto," and he's like, "Ah, sí, sí," and I was like, "Hi, this is Devin." It's like, you MFer, like really, you're just not gonna talk to me because I speak English? That's so messed up, dude. Like, if you want to sell your house, like I'm gonna help you sell your house, but so weird, that mentality, I call back and I don't speak fluent Spanish, but I did that introduction and he's just like, "Oh yeah, see, that's my name. I'm not gonna hang up on you." Like, that sucks. These two are actually really, really good leads, and why? Pay attention to this column is a questionnaire that I have on all of my ads. I want you to see a recurring theme. So I ask on the form, do you want to sell in 14 days, 30 days, 60 days, or are you just curious? Anyone who puts just curious is basically like they're basically just like not a good lead. Katie, she said call her back in a couple weeks or something like that. Renee, they had a house in Florida and really extroverted guy. The house in Florida, it's like a fucking mobile home too. 71 years old when I skip traced him. It's really wasn't even that much of a lead. He's like, I don't know, what you gonna offer me? Like, okay, you obviously just you don't want to sell. You're not motivated. Um, Union City, I called and found out that they were just curious on the price. Oh, she said that her vacant land, if she subdivided, was worth $800,000. Uh, I told her the actual comps that have actually sold were like 50% of that, and she disagreed. It's like, okay, well then we're not even gonna. Um, oh, that's a different one. But yeah, it's same similar situation. They're basically like a Zillow lead. They're like they think their house is worth way more than it actually is, and it's like, hey, bro, so here's comparable properties in the area. Your house did not sell. Your similar type house did not sell for that amount. I don't know if you realize that's how you're supposed to value your property, but we're so far apart that I don't want to insult you with an offer. So I recommend you going with a real estate agent, doing a virtual tour, blah, 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 but I'm not going to be able to help you. And then they're like, oh, okay. But I could always give them a call back if needed, just to touch base. Hey, were you able to sell your house? And maybe they're going to be more motivated down the line. But the yellow and the red basically disqualify them. The red is like a hard disqualification. Like, don't even bother calling these people back. And these ones yet are still like kind of in the works. I haven't gotten a super positive or a super negative, or it's like bad contact information, misspelled address not complete. I still got to find that stuff out. Um, and these are my early leads that I was texting. I was not following up. Turns out, guess what? If you only text, what if it's a landline? What if it's a fax number? What if it's not a real complete number and they messed it up? You'll never know because you only texted and you don't get a response. You have to text within the first 15 minutes, and then you have to call. You have to give them a phone call 5 minutes after you text. So if you don't respond 5 minutes later, you text them within the first 15 minutes of getting the lead, and then 5 minutes later, if they don't respond, you give them a phone call, and usually they pick up an answer, and you're fresh on their mind. But if you wait a couple days or a month, some people I called back a month later, turns out that he could be a good lead. Um, I don't think that's right. Yeah, it's worth that much. I need to readjust these numbers. But this guy is actually a really good lead. He's like, no, I don't remember filling anything out. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. It looks like it was on March 10th, which was like a month ago. I wasn't able to get a hold of you, so I'm trying to get a hold of you now. That's basically what I go through a month later and try to touch base. But I didn't build enough rapport with these people a month ago, so now it's like I'm basically cold calling them because they forgot a month ago was a long time ago. So don't make that mistake. Get them on the phone and try to qualify or disqualify them as soon as possible, and you'll see maybe 1 out of 10 of these leads are actually pretty solid, legit leads, and they're totally fine taking a hit on their actual property value. You can see this one right here is a very, very pricey property value here in Los Angeles. Turns out is bigger than I thought, and it's a multifamily. So this is actually closer to 3 million. He wants it 2.5 to 3 million. He wants it for 1.5. He's okay walking away for 1.5. But I got to do a 1031 exchange and find him another property that's way, way, way more complicated. But these are two good leads. So it's good to organize your leads, whether it's on a chaotic looking spreadsheet like this, or if it's with a CRM, or if it's just on paper. I do have paper leads as well that I kind of write my notes on while I'm having the conversation right there. All right. So with that being said, let's kind of wrap it up. These are the videos that I'm using and that I've had most success with. So when you start to see under $30 per lead, so it's basically the images that I was doing. And then if you want less than $20 per lead, you need to, and that's, see, keep in mind, this is the whole state. The whole state of Oregon for images, 30 bucks, 25 bucks. But as soon as I target the whole state of California, these leads are more expensive by far. When you compare apples to apples, California is more expensive. So if we're comparing apples to apples, this would at least be justifiable here. But as soon as I start doing videos, especially the video I took 2 to 3 days to edit, a really, really solid video, makes people laugh and stuff, keeps them interested and engaged. Now I'm getting less than $25. And as I optimize these videos and find out which ones work, I'm actually getting $5 leads in California. How crazy is that? That should be the end goal, right? All right, so we're getting on like 17 minutes now, so let me kind of wrap it up. We're going to go through most of my leads and see which ones are actually winning. We're going to go with the cheapest because that's what matters in the end, right? You want a cheaper lead. You don't want a super expensive lead. And also to note, these two really solid leads, actually that was 260,000. Let's go ahead and change that. And this was 2.5 million. So if you notice, 0.7 is going to be around 1.5 million. So I'm right around that mark with him already. And this guy, he wants, is that, oh, it's 0.6. So 0.6, so that profit is built in. He wants 175, which is 70. Was that right? He wants 170,000, which is $50,000 for his next move to Oklahoma. He has money to put that down, but 50,000 is what he wants on top of his $95,000 mortgage. So if I do 50,000 on top of his $95,000 mortgage, that's 145. So he could technically walk away with 145 if he wanted to, but 156 I can give him 10K in his pocket. He might be happy with that. I'm waiting for photos and videos of his property so I can kind of be like, oh, that's in worse shape than I thought, man. I'm willing to, give this amount, 155, and then hopefully I can get that deal under contract right there. This one is just pending on him finding another property there. But these were like $5, $6 leads right here when the campaign first started. So videos for sure work. If I scroll up, look at this. Like, where are the green leads up here with images? Part of it was my execution. I'm going to take blame for that. I didn't text. I texted them. I didn't call them quick enough. I didn't get them on the phone quick enough. But now I'm very adamant about that 30 days later wasting $1,500. I'm not wasting a single dollar anymore. All right, so let's hurry up and wrap up these comparisons. So we're breaking down the dynamics right now. So with the vertical videos, actually, no, I guess we do have to keep it sorted this way, right? That way you can see what's the cheapest. So $4 leads for this top line vertical video. So this. You want to sell quickly, but your property looks like this? Damn! Give me 43 seconds and I'll share with you how to sell a house like this in under 14 days. And keep in mind, I say in under 14 days. What leads do I get? I get leads that want to sell quick, motivated leads. I want to sell in 14 days. Fuck yeah. When I call them, so it looks like you want to sell your property in 14 days. Yeah, I want to sell that shit yesterday. I want to get my money right away. Perfect. You're exactly who I want to be talking to. So not only is this getting me cheap leads, but it's getting me highly pre-qualified leads. If you look up here with images, I was getting fucking 60, 90, 120 day. I was not too happy with those image leads. And as soon as I get this video that says, look, bro, we can buy your house super quick, I get 30 day, 14 day, and these just curious really aren't worth my time, but I still give them a call. All right, so next one. So there's image ad set. So yeah, this is from Chris's course. Before I bought Chris's course, I just used a similar image to him, and I just said what he told to do on YouTube, and I got cheap leads. I'm pretty sure this is in Oregon. So $6 for each lead in Oregon. Pretty good. No dynamics. And then the next dynamic was another drone video. Obviously, all of these cheap leads are going to be the drone video. And we go down to, out of all these views, what, 4, 5, 6, 700 views, 1,000 views. So 30% of all of this was this one. Was just this one video here, which is the exact same as that video I just showed you, but on the bottom. You want to sell quickly, but your property looks like this. So instead, all of the text is on the bottom. And I could have saved 70% of my campaign budget by only having that bottom video. And it's, look at that, $2 per lead. So per Facebook lead, right, I think it's right here. Let's see. So $7.67 for this campaign, right? But for just this video, not the other videos of me walking around the crack house or, you know, testing out the other ones, blah, 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 blah. This one, specifically this one, $2 per lead. How nuts is that? So when you look at the granular effects of these dynamics, you start to realize, oh, wow, this specific video is getting like $2, $5 leads. That's incredible. So I tested 2 snow videos, and the only video that got me some traction, I have them titled the same way, which is a bummer, so it's really hard to differentiate which one. But this one got me a lead for $8. That's actually not too bad. Maybe I should start that campaign back up, or at least maybe a retargeting campaign, so I get some differentiated retargeting going out there. This is, again, before Chris's course because there's no dynamics, and I was getting $10 leads, which is still pretty cheap. Still pretty cheap. I believe that was, again, for Oregon. And we go to the one where I just got 1 lead, spent $11 to get it. And again, recurring theme, look at that. I have those 2 walking around the crack house videos, split testing some other videos, but the only video that actually got me a lead was 2, 3, 7, 8. So 800, 1 out of 8. Let's call that 15%. 15% of all of the impressions was this one video, and that's the video that got me lead. So 85% of this campaign was pointless. So this is the point of finding out which dynamics are working for you, and just use those specific dynamics and then run a campaign with only that. So if you have 2 dynamics that work, just do those 2 dynamics. Don't waste 85% of your money when you could be getting $3 leads. You hear what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to drill into anybody's head who's new and starting out right now. Heed my advice from these dynamic campaigns and pay attention to this, because this is going to help bring in way more leads, way cheaper, and you're going to be able to make way more money because you're going to have more leads in your pipeline. So again, recurring theme here, split testing the drone video. This one got 5 leads, but guess which video did not get leads, and Facebook didn't really even pump it, walking around the crack house. So you have this as a retargeting video now, because it's more personal. I don't think people gave a shit about me or my face until they see this video. Then they kind of care a little bit, for people who watch more than 50% of the video. All right, so cost per result, there was no result, but only 100 impressions. And the most leads that I got was from this guy right here. And you notice I only got him from this video. So that bottom line text video. So 1 lead, again, reoccurring theme. Check out that video. So this video is just bringing in leads upon leads upon leads upon leads. And again, the only lead I got was from there. So you notice this video of me walking around holding the camera, it didn't really bring the leads compared to this video right here. And it's all cheap leads, under $15. Most of them are $2 to $6 leads. So that kind of shows the bread and butter right there. I just started testing vertical videos, so this might not be a fair comparison for top line title or the vertical. I'm still waiting to get more data on that. So let's go ahead and go with headline. Headlines are pretty important. And let's go ahead and go with should we do the cheapest or the most results? Let's go with the most results, because you want the headline that actually gets you results, right? So sell your house in 30 days for the headline. Boom, there you go. Let's go down 2 and 2. Sell your property hassle-free, sell your house in 1 month, same as 30 days. So sell your house in 1 month, sell your house in 14 days, works for the video, so keep that one in mind too. I haven't tested that in Dynamics. Sell your property hassle-free seems to work. You scroll down again, look, sell your house in 30 days. What, that's like 5 leads so far with just that one single headline. Get a cash offer on your house, sell your house quickly without giving it away. So what you're really looking for is you're looking for this. Sell your house in 30 days. Sell your house in 14 days. That is what gets people clicking on the ad, on the lead generation, from what it looks like. If they're not paying attention to the whole video, they're looking at that bold title and it says sell your house in 30 days, and that's what they need to do. If you put sell your house in 14 days, you might get more qualified leads like I'm seeing with my video. Sell your house without giving it away, that's 2. That's not very many. I could buy your property this month. Seriously, it's only 1 lead. It's still a lead, but it's only 1. I can buy your property this month, so it's a different way. So if you find a bunch of different ways to basically say, I can buy your property in 14 days and 30 days, and you find 4 or 5 different ways to say that, I think that's where the money's at. Because all of these leads are basically coming from, I can buy your property this month. I can buy your property in 30 days. However you can say it differently. Get a cash offer on your house. I can buy your property this month. So see, I'm looking right here, results, by the way, results, and then headline. That's all I'm looking at because that's all that matters. What headlines are getting results? Get a cash offer on your house. So maybe sell your property hassle-free seems to be a positive trigger. Something you could also look at is what interests are getting triggered. So all interests, and we go up here and we look for the most. Sell your house in 30 days, loan related. So they're having financial troubles. Sell your house in 1 month has 2, and that's no interest. Hassle-free, no interest. Those are things to keep in mind. Psychologically speaking, why is this headline being attached to this advertising? So people with no specific interests, so basically everybody in San Diego, Riverside, and Imperial counties, they want a hassle-free sell that they could do in 1 month. So you should kind of cater, psychologically speaking, your video ad towards people who want a hassle-free 30-day sale. You see what I'm saying here? You see what I'm trying to spell out? And drone video, no interest, sell in 30 days, sell without giving away. So it sounds like people who have blanket people, a blanket audience, targeting everybody in California, no specific interests added. They want to just sell it quick. People want to sell their house fast. Some people. So it seems like that's what you would target for no interests, and even for loans, for in general. You just let them know you can sell your property really fast. You don't have to wait 6 months. So again, sell it without giving it away. So Zillow, Trulia, and Homes.com. Get a cash offer on your house. That's why they're looking at Zillow. Sell your house quickly without giving it away. That's why they're looking at Zillow. They want to get a fair price, and they want to get a cash offer on the house. So that psychologically, that makes sense. But they're looking at Zillow, and they want to get a cash offer without giving it away. Sell your house in 30 days. So Zillow. So the reoccurring theme here is everybody wants to sell their house within 30 days. All right. So I know this video is going long, but I know that I'm giving you valuable information. I'm going to save you so much money on advertising if you just listen to what's working for me in California. Some of these are Oregon also. So let's go ahead and go to, I think it's description, and then we'll be all good to go. So what results have I gotten the most from? Oh, no, it's not going to be description. It's going to be, I think it's text. This is going to be the bulk, the description of your ad. All right, so leads, we help property owners in all kinds of situations. Pay attention. I can't scroll down because it'll go away, but see everything in black there. You want to give that a quick read. I'm looking to buy. Who am I? So I'm looking to buy a few properties. So you want to look at the top line, really, because that's before they hit more information. That's what they read. I'm looking to buy a few properties that need a little bit of work. Do you have one that you would consider selling to me? We help property owners in all kinds of situations. So all kinds of situations, and looking to buy a few properties that need a little bit of work, and we're willing to pay. So same thing. So these two are what are actually getting the leads. And again, pay attention to the psychology. Try to do as much learning as possible and associating this text with this interest psychology, and then you can start to formulate your own ad copy from that. So again, I'm looking to buy a few properties and need a little bit of work. That's what's getting the lead. Sell your house fast and easy. Again, psychologically speaking, from the headlines, that's kind of what we're getting. People want to sell their house fast, hassle-free. That's what they're looking for. All right, so 1-in-1 leads. I'm looking to buy a few properties. Again, the same thing. We buy property in all kinds of situations. Same thing. So basically, you want to let people know that you buy different kinds of properties, code violations, delinquent taxes, foreclosures. We're going to help you out no matter what. I'm looking to buy a few properties in the area. Perhaps we can get a fair price. Just like an honest, like sounds like someone's writing you a little letter kind of negotiation there. Again, I'm looking to buy a few properties. I need a little bit of work. We help properties, same thing. This is the only one that got a lead though. We need to buy a few properties, same thing. So the winning things. We need to buy a few properties this month. Same thing, man. Same thing. Even for the image advertisements right here. There you go. So all of these are the same thing that's actually winning. So use this winning copy, use the winning headlines, and you could just do a non-dynamic if you wanted to, or you could choose the top 2 best dynamics that you're seeing and make a killer campaign with your clearly breadwinner best video. Or for me, I would test the top line subtitles with the bottom line subtitles, and I would have these two go head to head and see which one actually gets more leads with this description, that other headline sell in 30 days, and the other headline sell in 14 days, and maybe a third headline sell hassle free. So yeah, that's how you could save a bunch of money. And keep in mind, same thing with what we discussed before. All of my results, 5 results. So this result was $6 per lead. This result was $6 per lead. No lead, no lead. Waste, waste. This was wasted. These two, I were tested by Facebook. They were tested, but they wasted my money. They didn't get me a single lead. So why am I doing this? I should really only have 2 dynamics. Why have 4? Because I'm wasting money right here. I'm wasting it. Whereas it's $6 per lead, but I ended up getting $11 per lead because I wasted money right here. So this is why it's important to do this kind of research. Also, which ones never get a lead? Which copy never gets a lead? Oh, this copy? That copy? Well, fine. Never use that copy again. That's also the point of looking at your data. So I got one sell from this one. Sell your house as is. Avoid making costly repairs with the check marks. I used to do that on my original ads, but look, it's not actually converting people. So that one actually did convert one person. But yeah, just go through and see which one is actually getting you the leads. And you're thinking like, oh, my leads are $93. Let's go down to that really expensive one. So look, this is before dynamic. So it wasn't dynamic. It was a little bandit sign image, and it was just very specific ad copy. And I was getting $93. I think it was a post, to be honest, possibly a post, $93. Here's the ad copy. So here, look at this one. So I did 3,000 reach. Results of one, $56. But the only one that actually worked, we help property owners of all kinds. Does that ring a bell? Does that sound familiar? And then all of these were wasted money, wasted impressions. And I actually got a $12 lead if I would have just used the top description. It's kind of painful to look at this data for me because I'm the one who's wasted $1,500 when I could have gotten, a $12 lead instead of a $56 lead if I would have had this data beforehand like you do. So now you got that data. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to take action? Are you going to be able to optimize your ads so you actually get these $3 leads instead of spending 12 bucks, or vice versa? Instead, oh my goodness, instead of spending, like, let's say, like what, like 30 bucks per lead, where's it 47? So that's $47 per lead, but in reality, it's $12 per lead. Oh, look at that. We need to buy a few properties this month. This is painful for me to look at, but look at that. If you get the right ad copy, the right headline, the right video, and you just look at those dynamics, and this is the whole purpose of dynamics, is you find out what works and you cater it to maybe 2. Don't do like I'm doing here, 4, 5, 6. You want to do 2 because you're wasting money on impressions right here. You're wasting it. But you also want to be smart. You want to associate ad copy with ad set. So if if you notice like, oh, all Zillow wants is a fair offer. So on your Zillow ads, if you're doing 4 dynamics, it should all be different ways of saying, I'm going to give you a fair offer. And your conversions are going to go through the roof. Doesn't it make sense? It makes sense, right? And the same thing if it's no interests. What are no interest interested in? They're interested, even though it's no interest, they're interested in selling in 30 days, in 14 days. That's what we're seeing with the video, because the video says sell your house in 14 days, and then guess what happens? 14-day leads, people who want to sell right away, all of a sudden trickle in for $5. So this is what I've learned so far. I've started to go into videos here. Videos are helpful. Walking around didn't do too much help except on the retargeting. If you want to check out all these videos, feel free to check them out in the description down here. I'll have the link to my Facebook fan page here for the video section. Just to give you a heads up of, so this is my original retargeting. I was tired and it was exhausted. Hey, it's Devin from Devin Buys Houses. And you're probably wondering, what happens when I call a real estate investor? Are they going to make me a lowball offer? So people were really reacting to lowball offer. Are they going to take my property? They were reacting because I wasn't confident in that video. They were actually getting a little upset. A couple people were getting upset, and it was all hateful comments. But now in this one, it's more positive. Real quick, do you remember that? Hey, real quick. So keep in mind this is retargeting. So I'm retargeting people, and I'm saying, hey, real quick, do you remember this video that I know you watched because I'm retargeting you, and I know you've watched 50% of the video, so I know you know what I'm talking about. So I kind of get more on a personal level with them, like, hey, what's up? Remember me? Hey, real quick, do you remember this video? You want to sell quickly, but your property looks like this? Damn! Well, that's my video, and I wanted to get your attention to talk to you about your property. So that should be getting me way more conversions than this one. Still got me conversions via messages. Hey, it's Devin from Devin Buys Houses. But that's a clear difference. Isn't that a clear difference? Hey, real quick, do you remember this video? You want to sell quickly, but your property looks like that's way different on the confidence level. Look at that, like, and look at this one, like just more confident. That's what really matters. Um, I'm just learning about the psychology of these conversions and what people really care about. And what I've shown you today is me actually learning today also, partially the reason why this is a 30, almost 40-minute video here. Um, it's me learning on the spot, and all of this psychological tricks I'm going to actually document right now. And I'm going to go make another video based on these psychological tricks. I'm gonna formulate a script from my most productive leads. If I come back over here and I look at these two, and I look at the people who are actually highly motivated, that are kind of on the hook, and I'm wanting to know more information about them. Uh, are they loan related? Are they no interests? Are they Zillow? Once I get that information, I'll basically hyper target only these people. And I'll make a video, psychologically speaking, where it's the best headlines, the best descriptions, psychologically speaking, that this interest clicks on. So that's my next goal is to make really hyper targeted focused videos, kind of like that video where it says, hey, I know you saw this video. That's my video. This is my face. I'm a human being. What's up? Let's talk. Let's chat. I want to help you out with your property. I want to make this easier. I want to, sell your house in you could sell your house in 14 days to me. I'll buy cash. I'll make it easy, hassle-free. I'll pay your mortgage, your taxes, your back, all that stuff. All that information was shoved into this video. So I went back to the crack house and I did the video, and I made sure that I started the video at that shitty, ugly, terrible, worst looking area of the whole house. Because I want people to know, if your house looks like shit, don't worry. I'll buy it. And I'll buy it within 14 days. Any condition. If I go to a nice brand new house, or you can barely see it from here, that's not really any condition. Look at that. That's any condition. So it's all about learning the psychology of these ads and really hyper focusing on your target demographic. So you'll be able to see some more videos from me in the future, but this is what I've learned from $1,500 in ad spend so far. So what Chris says in his course is average acquisition for a customer is $1,500. I do have 3 to 4 pretty solid leads. I just need to get the numbers right. I need to get them down in price a little bit. Get it under contract, get it sold, get it flipped. But as you can tell, these people who are motivated are 14-day motivated. They want to sell quick. So as long as I can focus on them, I should get that lead. be in Chris's ballpark area of $1,500 spent per actual acquisition. And if I can get them at $156,000, let's do some quick math, $260,000. California, they're happy with 80% of after repair value, and then you maybe put in $20,000 in repairs. It's 188,000 right there. So technically, if the repairs aren't very expensive, I could already make 170 is what he wants. I can make $18,000 profit right there. Let's say repairs are another $20,000. That's 168. I'm making negative $2,000 right now. So if I can get them to 156, then I can make about, you know, 10 to maybe $20,000, depends on how high, how low the buyer will go. So I can make $10,000 if I can get them down to this price really easily. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get them down to this price, but I need to find out how much the repairs are. And if it looks bad aesthetically, this guy knows a little bit about construction, but I could be like, hey, you know, I was almost ready to do 170, but once seeing the property, like I see a couple things, like we might have to open up the kitchen, we got to do this wall, we got to close this wall to separate the houses and the duplex, blah 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 blah. So we can definitely, my team can do like 152. Would 152 work for you? And they're at 170. Hopefully I can come to 155 to 160, at least drop them down 10K from 170. He knows it's worth 260, around there. He already knows that, and he's giving me 170. So it's not too far apart to ask for 155. We'll see how that goes. He's still going to walk away with money in his pocket for his move to Oklahoma. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully that goes really well, and this is my winning deal. We'll find out. So thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you got some interesting facts about this video. I would be shocked and floored if you didn't learn anything from this video. For my $1,500 that I spent, I'd be absolutely shocked if you didn't learn a single thing. And if you did learn something, please like this video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what helped you out the most. If you think I missed something and I could do further research than what I'm currently doing, further dissecting of the psychology and the headlines and the dynamics of Facebook ads, maybe I'm missing something I could be doing to get these leads down even more. Feel free to drop a comment down below. You know, sharing is caring. I gave you all this information for free. You know, why don't you pass some information back my way too? If you know more than me, I'm just a beginner. I've been learning this for about 2 years. I've been doing it pretty hardcore for about the past 30 days. And, you know, I'm still new at this. I'm by far no pro, but this is what I've spent, and these are my results, and this is how I tend to improve. So hopefully you got some good information from that. Feel free to give it a like, give it a comment down below. Feel free to subscribe, because this channel is going to be mostly about research, advertising, and wholesale real estate. Might get into some more stuff in the future, but mostly it's advertising, research, and real estate. It's kind of what you see already. All right, thanks for watching the video. Have a great day.